proportionality cheat sheet. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities. It must be set up correctly. Be sure to use your labels and can be a part to part or a part to whole. So sometimes this is a fraction and sometimes it isn't. Rate is a ratio with two labels. We're comparing dollars to pounds, miles to hours, feet to seconds. A unit rate is a ratio with one quantity, where one of the quantities is 1. So I have whatever the price is to 1 pound, the miles to 1 hour, the feet to 1 second. Okay. A proportion is a comparison of ratios, and they are two equal ratios. That's why we put that equal sign in between them. You can find a missing quantity. You have to use labels, and you can solve for it in several different ways. You need to reread the question to make sure your answer addresses the question. So we have miles to hours, and I wouldn't put that equal sign there, but you can if you want to. We have 432 miles to 6 hours. The question would be something like, how many miles would we drive in 8 hours? And we can do one of two things. We can see if there's a simple scale factor, which I don't see a simple one. So if there's not a simple one, we can do cross multiply. So we have 6x. And we would multiply 8 times 432. I'm going to bring it out here, because 432 is a large number. Then I have 2,656. Draw my line, divide by my coefficient. And out here, 256 divided by 6. It doesn't go into 2, we're going to 26 4 times. Going to 25 4 times. Going to 16 4 times. So the answer is in 8 hours you would get 444 miles. So x equals 444. Okay. Measurement conversions are also proportions. Again, you're going to label your units, inches and yards. You're going to use the measurement chart, the star chart, if necessary, to find the conversion. And you're going to set up and solve the problem. So if we have 36 inches is 1 yard, and you can get that off of your star chart. How many inches is in X number of yards, an unknown number? So I do have a simple scale factor on this one, so I can just do times 5 and do 36 times 5. I'll come out here, do my multiplication, and I get 180 inches. That's my answer. Alright, fraction to decimal. You're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. It's kind of what we did today, if you made it to my station. By denominator, and we always say top dog gets the house, so this would be 5 goes in there, 6 doesn't divide into 5, but it'll go into 58 times. 8 times. 48 gives me 20. Going to 23 times 18. So that's going to be 0.83 repeating. 3/4. I hope you already know this. I hope you don't have to do any math for that one. The answer is 0.75. If you don't, you can do it the same way. Divide 3 by 4 and you'll get 0.75. Decimal to percent. Move the decimal 2 places to the right. Remember, we use Dr. Pepper. If the decimal starts here, we move it 2 places to the right. So 1, 2, 12.5. 1, 2, 27%. Percent to decimal is just the opposite. You're going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. Again, we use Dr. Pepper, percent with the decimal. 65 does not have a decimal, so it goes to the right. When it's out of sight, it goes to the right. We move it 2 places, and we get 0.65. 82 is the same. It doesn't have a decimal in it, so when we put it there, it goes 1, 2, and we get 0.82. The 0 doesn't matter. It doesn't change the value. But if it helps you, put it there. Percent to fraction. The word percent means out of 100. So I'm going to take my number, 75, and I'm going to make it out of 100. And then I'm going to reduce it. I know that 25 will go into both of these, so I'm going to reduce this by 25. 3/5. And that is it for the proportionality